Yeah, welcome to the Man on Second channel. I am Joe Forsaro, and we are previewing the high school baseball season here in Broward County. It's coming up quickly, it's coming up fast, and it should be a very exciting and fun season. And as Man on Second, as we're growing our channel here, we're trying to provide as much exposure to as many players and programs as possible. And I'm going to be rolling out some of these preview sections. Season's just around the corner. I can't believe it. And for preview number one, we're going to be talking about Western High School in Davie, Florida. Before we jump in and talk about the Wildcats, everyone, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps grow this channel. And also now in these videos, they have this hype feature. If you press that or smash that hype feature, it's free. It's right there. Just do that. It helps gain more exposure to the channel. But with that, let's dive right in. The Western Wildcats, they're coached by Onel Garcia. Last year they were in 7A. I haven't seen the districts yet. I think they're still in 7A. Last year, 13 and 16. To be honest, it was a little disappointing season. The Wildcats were among the more disappointing teams in the county because their talent was much more reflective, but it still doesn't diminish just how much talent there is at Western, and the expectations are high this year. And just some of the basics here. On February 2nd, they're going to play against Palmetto at home in an exhibition. And then their season really gets underway February 9th. And that's against MacArthur High School at Western, 6:30 time. Then the next night, February 10th, rivalry game against Flanagan, and that also will be at Western. Just quick little observations about the Wildcats right now. They lost some quality players from last year. They had Miguel Tapia and Ty Rodriguez. They graduated. They're now playing college ball. They were their middle infielders. Transferring out. Keep in mind, we're in the new age of high school sports where players are switching teams. Everett Suazo, their fine infielder pitcher, he is now at West Broward. Jimmy Heward and Mason McGeehan, they are at American Heritage, and they were on the team last year, no longer there. Newcomers, they had people coming in. Keep an eye on this James Gill from Madder Lakes Academy, middle infielder, very talented. He's a junior. Watch him. Christian Morales, he comes over from Pembroke Pines Charter, really talented middle infielder as well. We'll talk more about those two specifically. Donatello Baydon, he's an infielder. He came in from St. Thomas Aquinas. And some of the key players to watch, and one of my favorite players in the county, Jorge Gordo Falagon, catcher, senior. He's already committed to Bryant University. Gavin Andrew, really high on him. First baseman, might see some left field as well. A junior, can really hit. Ethan Diaz, outfielder. Infielder Luis Torres. As noted, I mentioned James Gill. Pitchers to watch. Their ace right now and coming into the season is Alec Hernandez. Fastball's been up to 90-91, roughly in that area. Maybe touched 92 at some point in the summer or the offseason. Alec is a senior. Keep an eye on Jack Cahal. 88, I think he may have touched 89. Nice looking pitcher coming up. And Dylan Jenkins. Those are kind of three main starters. Brandon Barcia has a chance to be factor into their rotation and pitch high in it, but Brandon's dealing with some arm discomfort. We'll see how he does. We're wishing him the best and hope that he does get healthy to play this season. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about break down some of the players. Gordo, like I said, their catcher, Gordo Falagon. Leadership jumps off at you. And I've seen Gordo play a couple of years, and his fall, he's really made a lot of strides. I think we're looking at a really good player who will go on and have a really good college career and will have a future in this sport. I firmly believe he possesses it all. He makes the players around him better. He's one of the more improved overall players I've seen in the county. Defensively, he's he's much better than he was a year or so ago. Not that he was bad, but you could see he's taking his game to another level. hitting. He is becoming a threat at the plate. Good bat speed, good awareness, works good counts, knows the game. But defensively, he's fun to watch because he will, if you're taking a lead and you're trying to stretch that lead, he will back throw. He could throw you out. He could throw from his knees. He's very quick, and he's not afraid to test his arm. So again, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play, and I think colleges are going to really be surprised. And I know catching is a premium, and I'm pushing a lot of these guys as potential draft picks. Not going quite there yet with Gordo, but don't be surprised if he has a good year. If he draws some attention, at least these area scouts will certainly be following him to college if he is not drafted. And like I said, Gavin Andrew, the kid just has a knack for finding the barrel. He's a very talented hitter. A year ago, he's a junior. A year ago in the fall, he was smoking everything. Had a good sophomore year. Now he's a junior. Again, if we can find a position for Gavin, he will clearly be a college caliber player. A threat at the plate, but just a knack for hitting, and he'll be playing first base. But I'm very excited to see what Gavin does this year because he has a chance to be a really good player. And then let's talk about that middle infield with Christian Morales and James Gill. Very interesting because they're both middle infielders, both could play short or second. We'll see how that plays out. I could see last year I saw Christian play quite a bit at Pines Charter, but he's another kid who will be drawing, he already is. He's drawing attention from colleges. I don't think he's committed to anyone yet, but he is a kid who certainly can play, college ball. The same thing with James. Smooth defensively. The hitting has really improved. Now he's a number 2, number 3 type hitter in this lineup, and has a chance. Not a ton of power, but just a feel for hitting. And I think Christian is going to really emerge into a really fine player. And James the same. And just kind of the early, just seeing James really for the first time, getting to see him as a junior. All from what I'm gathering, he has a chance to be a very special player. So we're excited to see him. And James also, and I think Christian too, both of those guys could, be closers, this high school ball. So you get a chance, sometimes you throw those guys that throw one inning. And I think James is up to like 90, something like that off the mound. So strong arm. So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, you want to sacrifice defense, but you want those 3 outs. And they do have some other players. Both are juniors. Like I said, this has a chance to be one of the better double play combinations in Broward County. Leadoff guy, Ethan Diaz. I like Ethan's game. It's a center fielder, I believe. Left-handed hitter. Is a kid who just knows work counts, knows how to get on base. The offense is going to, I don't know how potent the offense is going to be. They got some promising hitters. How they hit collectively, and if they emerge as a really good hitting team, we shall see. But there's certainly the potential for Western to score quite a bit of runs. Yeah, and pitching-wise, Western has those top 3 arms. They can mix and match. They got some arms. I don't know how tested they are in big games, but we shall see. Some other players to watch as we kind of do this. If I leave any names out, I apologize. The more I see and the more players stand out, the more recognition. But Faustino Diaz, Noah Graben, Aiden Connick, Leo Mirabal, Chance Morrill. Ulysses Ramos, he's an interesting player. He off the mound, he's pretty exciting. He could play, he could pitch or hit. Mason Vance, Julian Alvarez, and Johnny Bustamante. Those are some guys that really, we're going to add depth and get playing time as well. And as you know, you need over a course of a lot of games in 9 weeks, as these seasons are. And with their playoff structures, 2 out of 3 in those regionals, that depth becomes very important. In summary, what to expect from Western? Western has a chance to be an interesting club. Now, if they're in 7A, they happen to be where West Broward and Stoneman Douglas are, so it's very hard for a 7A team to get to state if you're not one of the 2 teams I just mentioned, especially Stoneman Douglas, winners of 5 straight state titles. But Western's a team that has some talent. Like, I'm expecting a big year from Alec Hernandez, their ace. He has a real chance this year to open up eyes, cement a college opportunity, and So we'll keep an eye. Pitching obviously is key for teams that have any aspirations for going far in the postseason. So what is this? In summary, let me just kind of summarize this. I think the best way to say about Western, they're going to be a fun team to watch, and for the opposition, they won't be a fun team to play, because if they play their A game, they can beat pretty much anybody. But with that, as we wrap it up, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support in the channel. Again, please like, subscribe, hype this video. And we're going to kind of roll these out. I'm not going to be able to do previews on everybody, but I've seen Western a lot. The teams I've seen a lot, I try to get previews on before the season starts. And then all the other teams I see, I'll do similar type things, analyze them as well in this type of format. But with that, the Man on Second channel is just having a lot of fun. We anticipate a really good 2026. The season, we'll have the shorts that do very well. We're growing out these videos like this one to kind of put a little more personality and show the algorithm and everyone that we are a viable media outlet providing some really serious coverage to get a lot of these kids, because that's kind of my goal at the channel, is to help as many of these players in this county get opportunities for college, whether that leads to playing further in baseball into the pro ranks, or just playing, but just getting that opportunity, that something after high school. That's kind of my goal. If we could get all these kids here with that opportunity, I call that a win. So with that, Joe Forsaro, Man on Second, and I will catch all of you in the next video.